Hey guys, it's me Nexus, or William Prouty. If you actually know me, by the way. Today we'll dive into the deadly fun of of my Great Acts of Execution versus the Wimpy Acts of Dullness 2025 edition. This is my tier of scares. Honestly, what are my Great Acts of Execution and the Wimpy Acts of Dullness? Well, I tell you, what are they? They're my ranking system for my lives lost count. The Great Acts of Execution tally up the great kills in horror movies, TV shows, anime, music videos, and beyond. The Wimpy Acts will actually do the same, but for the lame deaths. I'm actually doing from Final Destination from December to Psycho 2. I was actually going to do more, but I can't do. But it had to be from when I started Final Destination all the way up to. So let's begin. Start off strong with Final Destination. I gave the Great Acts of Execution to Billy. Honestly, I would give it to Terry. Because she actually said, go drop fucking dead. As she got hit by the bus. But Billy took the mantle of the death by getting the piece of his head clean off by the train. Brutal, clean, and unforgettable. But this death, Billy's death is more practical than Terry's death, so I get. The Wimpy Acts of Dullness actually go to Carter. Honestly, I would actually give it to any of the 200 deaths, but I would give it to Carter because it's actually the last death. It kind of, I don't see it's lame. Final Destination 2. Oh, great. The Great Acts have no contest. It's Rory. My guy. He got cut 3 separate parts just to Splatter City. The Wimpy Acts will actually... That Alex dude got taken out by a flying brick. After he actually survived from Final Destination, he actually... Come on. The Wimpy... Then Final Destination 3, the Great Acts go to Frankie. My man, he got his head straight up shredded off by a horror theme by a car engine. The Wimpy Acts actually go to 7 people who actually die in the roller coaster car. That did kick off the movie. It's actually just weak sauce. The Final Destination. The Great Acts of Execution go to Hunt. His insides got sucked out and pure nightmare fuel. The Wimpy Acts go to... He actually got... He got... he got hit by the truck over and over again, so I didn't know it was a real death or a right death. Finally, Final Destination 5. I give it to Candice Hooper. A generous scene that show her that her snap her spinal cord is so nasty. The Wimpy axe go to Jim Block, who actually got shot 3 times. Nobody twisted, no terror, just a bang bang boring. Now, Final Destination Tier of Terror is some flop story. Now let's break up the pain with Terrifier 3. The great acts of execution go to Cole. This poor guy got shredded by Art the Clown. His fingers were gone. Legs severed and ripped clean off. Then his arm. Then Art slice his rectum and sever off and finish off with his groin with a chainsaw. That's not just a kill, it's a horror opera. And not only that, he actually did a angel. The Wimpy axe go to the unnamed cosplayer. Killed off screen. All we got was bloody clothes. Cool setup. Zero payoff. My Blade Valentine, both the 91 Classic and the 2009 3D remake, let go bring them down. The 91, start with the 91, the great acts of execution go to Sylvia, who actually got lifted up, that got impaled straight into the back of the head with a water pipe by Axel Palmer. The water actually spray out of her mouth like a fountain is actually brutal and creative. The Wimpy axe go to Howard, who actually got hang off screen. We see the aftermath, but it's actually not the horror itself. 2009 3D coming up next. Art brought more gore and the minor mood for a period. The 3D have more splatter. The 3D and the splatter. The great acts of execution for my beloved Valentine is Sheriff Burke, who had Tom Hannigan drive a pickaxe up her chin and rip off a savage, a shocking and 3D horror. And fun fact, the job was actually a managed job with a fake body. The Wimpy axe go to Megan, who actually got her heart ripped out. No, we actually need a moment, not just for the aftermath. Now, we actually done the horror from season 3. The great axe actually go to Dale. This dude get teleported straight into a brick wall by the faraway tree. Crushed internally and externally, his body warp is shattered. The death is both sci-fi and perfection. The Wimpy axe that the season brought. Every kill hit hard. Yeah, I am not joking. There was bad deaths in every season, but this season. Now on to Bad Dream. We actually have Bane. The great acts of execution go to Connie and Ed. These two literally jump into the air turbine, the shred to pieces. A double kill that fast, freaky, and unforgettable. Honestly, the Wimpy axe goes to The 23 unnamed victims who died in a mass unlivened event. We don't know the detail, no scream, no emotion. It just a number in horror that haunt the moment do. We're cutting the carnage, one more the scream, more blood, tear of the next up a new romance. Don't be fooled. This one got nasty surprise. The great axe then got multiple pencils jammed into her face as she trips and crashes through the window. A brutal, fast, and intense. The Wimpy acts go to the background bodies, laying there without any spotlight. Not scary, just filters. That pop up through the tools of Sabrina Carpenter's taste. A music video that goes full horror. The great acts go to the second Sabrina Carpenter death. She get electrocuted in a brutal way, take out the spark fly, and go scream. And by Jenna Ortega. The Wimpy acts go to the second Sabrina Jenna. She actually got her neck broken by a voodoo doll that actually was shocking. Now we bring up to the upside down with the great acts go to Connie, Larry, and the 4G men. All the brains got melted by 11 with Rob Power Force and Moment the Sticks. The Wimpy acts go to Barb. Poor Barb. Taken out by the Demogorgon off screen. Mauled. And mourn and... But the camera did show us the goods. Corpse Party in Pier Nightmare Field. The great axe, Mayu, drag violently into the wall and left is the scrunchy. It subtly brutal and emotionally causing. The Wimpy acts the 50 unnamed victims found in a blood pool and should be horrifying, but without a face or a story, it's just red paint. It's time for the deadly folklore, Red Clover. The great acts of execution go to Amanda McKinley. Her head got torn open like a horror pinata. It gory and fast and nasty. The Wimpy acts go to Leslie Mall off screen. We don't get claws. The screen, horror, and missed opportunity. From the pencil to pickaxe to pop stars, psychics, the tier of horror only get deeper around Nexus. Set sail to Popeye Revenge. The great acts of execution go to Max. He had delivered an anchor driven to his groin and his head ripped clear off. Brutal and doesn't begin to cover it. The Wimpy acts go to one dead body found in the ship of Popeye. No context, no kill, just there. Maniac goes full sleeve slasher. The great acts of execution go to Disco Boy, played by Tom Savini, who actually did all the special effects for most of the horror movies. Gets his head blasted by Frank. It's dirty, gory, and unforgettable. The Wimpy acts go to Frank himself. And it by stabbing himself. It was sad, but it doesn't match the chaos. Deep under Paris, the categories of hell, as above, so below. The great acts of execution go to Papillon, drag it to the burning car by the ghost, and suffocate inside stone, crushing, claustrophobic, and terrifying. The Wimpy acts go to Sophie, smash her head, a quit and lack of buildup. Back to the 80s for Blood and Blaze. The great acts go to Marissa, flow slip and repeatedly stab in the side, a savage style. The Wimpy acts go to Harissa, stab 16 times. The scene drags a bit, drags, not as sharp and fast. This one hit deep. Donnie Darko. The great axe go to Donnie, crushed to death, crushed by the fallen. It probably said and divine. And honestly, he did went back in time to stop all the deaths and stop everything. The Wimpy axe go to none of the deaths that deserve the story and respect. The Wimpy time to go to the Dolls to Strike Puppet Master 2. The great axe go to Andre Toro as a puppet, stabbed in the leg by blade, hand crushed by pinhead, torch, and finally fall out the window off screen, but still fire. The Wimpy axe go to Billy parents, just found dead, no screen time. Now time for high tension. Just one went to the jungler. The great acts of execution go to Daniel, decapitated by a fallen bookcase after being trapped in a banister. Smart, sharp, and vicious. The actually they're all done by Mary, and the Wimpy acts go to the unnamed girl, decapitated off screen by Mary. Need more punch. Lost Boys pack more by the Lost Boys, the tribe. The great axe go to Lisa, throw into the deer antlers and stab in the heart that turned to stone. That stylish horror. The Wimpy axe go to none. Everyone else brought the heat. Psycho, you know this is coming. The great acts of execution go to Marion Crane, stab in the shower that defined the entire genre. The Wimpy acts go to none. The film is a hit. A hit can know that what he doing. Psycho 2. Psycho 2, string hard. The great acts go to Lila, get impaled through the knife. It's shocking sudden. The Wimpy acts go to Mary, just shot. It actually worked compare its tame. That wrap up the blood slowed here from anchors to pickaxe and jet engines bookcases. The dev brought the stay tuned for part 2 drop it December 31st 2025. I'm Nexus, I'm out. Have a good day guys, bye.